I'm Jessica Mashburn with OK Lady Canine Training, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about socializing your puppy. So puppies go through 2 fear stages and in their lifetime. And what a fear stage is it is a period in time in which things that happen that are negative to your puppy affect them for their entire lives. These negative things leave an imprint on their mind and on their emotions that they carry into adulthood. So the 2 fear stages, the first one happens from about 8 weeks of age to 12 weeks of age. And then the second one happens at about between 6 to 8 months of age, and then can go up to about 12 to 14 months of age. It really just depends on the dog itself. In the first fear stage, you need to be especially protective with your puppy. You always need to be protective of your dog, no matter what their age. But a special protection needs to be brought to your puppy at that first early stage in their life. And I'd like to extend that time up to 16 weeks of age just to make sure all the bases are covered. So from 8 weeks of age up to 16 weeks of age, you need to be very, very protective of your puppy. Because anything negative that happens to them at this point in time, wherever they think that negativity comes from, they will take that into adulthood and use that experience to determine how they are going to treat the things that cause them the negativity. So, say you have a bad experience with another dog. As your puppy takes that into adulthood, they may become aggressive towards other dogs. So, but what you do want to make sure that you do is that you socialize your puppy at those ages. So there's a balance there. You want your puppy to have experience with other dogs. You want your puppy to have experience with human beings that are not in their immediate family. But you want them to only have good experiences. If they have no experience at all, then later in life, when they have learned that there is something to fear, they will fear those other dogs and other people because they've never experienced them before. So this early stage is extremely important for giving them their initial reaction, their initial impression of how they should act and how they should feel around humans and other dogs, and how to expect them to treat them. Okay, so let's say you're socializing your puppy with another dog. Make sure that the experience is 100% positive. I would never ever introduce your puppy to a dog that you don't know. If you don't know how another dog treats other dogs, if you don't know how another dog would treat a puppy, then I would not introduce your puppy to that dog. In addition, let me add, I said with human beings that you wanted to introduce them to people other than the immediate family. If you have more than one dog, you want to introduce this puppy to dogs outside of its pack. Make sure you only have good experiences, though. I would not take my puppy to a dog park. You don't know the kind of dogs that show up there and how they are with other dogs. So, only good experiences. Please remember that. Now, when you're introducing them to other people outside of your immediate family, I would go as far as to say that I would not allow somebody to pick my puppy up, because you don't know if the puppy could be dropped. You don't know how other people treat dogs, what they think is funny or what they think is cute. So I would not let anybody else pick the puppy up. I would not let them rough play. If they want to play with the puppy, maybe they can throw the ball for the puppy. And the puppy, they can play that way. That's a good experience for the puppy. But I would probably more than likely just ask them, please pet the puppy, give them some food. They can give the puppy some food out of their hand. That's a good experience. Okay, so we've made it for the first 16 weeks of the puppy's life. It's only had good experiences with its surroundings. Great job. So now we are going into at about 6 to 8 months old, where they begin their second fear stage. Now what this fear stage is all about is at this point in time, they have learned that there are things that they need to be afraid of. They've had natural consequences to decisions that they've made, to things that they've done. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they tried to take something off the shelf, and with a toy off the shelf, and when the toy came down, something fell on their head. So they've learned that there are things to be afraid of. So at this second stage, the second fear stage, what you're dealing with are the things that your dog probably hasn't come into contact with before. So they're going to be afraid of these things because they've never experienced them. So let's take, for example, a blow dryer. You turn your blow dryer on. Your dog has never seen the blow dryer. It's never been around the blow dryer. But now suddenly you take the blow dryer out. The dog is going to be afraid. So what you're doing from the ages, of 6 to 14 months old is you're building confidence in your dog. You're showing them, look, this isn't going to hurt you. There's nothing to be afraid of. And you would do it in a slow and gentle way. And you would probably, a really good idea is to turn these things into games for your dog, if you can. If you can turn it into a game, then they're going to see it as something fun and not something to be afraid of. So just remember these fear stages. Remember to be, really careful, really protective during these fear stages. And most importantly, remember that when you're socializing your puppy, that it only has good experiences with other dogs and with other people. I'm Jessica Mashburn, the lady in OK Lady Canine Training.